It's over here in the bleachers if people are looking to sit down, those of you that are standing. This isn't a reserved section, there's space over here and intermittently throughout. Thank you for your patience. Good evening. I'm Nelson Fogg, and I am the Hartford High School principal. I'm honored and feel very fortunate tonight that we are sharing in Hartford High School's 134th annual commencement exercise. This means that tonight's traditions are part of a rich history that traces back to the 19th century. Our program tonight will include student speakers, special awards, and of course, the presentation of diplomas. Before we begin, I want to point out that the restrooms are located off the gym lobby, and please take a moment to locate our exits. If an alarm should sound, please remain seated and wait for directions to ensure that we exit the gym in an orderly manner. At this time, I would ask the senior members of the chamber choir to join their peers in performing the national anthem. We ask that you stand if you're able to honor America. There is a flag at the back of the gym. The national anthem will be directed by Ms. Andrea Nardone.
Say, can you see what a light dawns me light? What so proudly we have hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming. Rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Tom DeBalsi, will now say a few words to welcome our graduates and guests.
Welcome, students, staff, school board directors, parents, guardians, family, friends to our commencement ceremony. What an interesting year this has been. A return to almost normal after 2.5 years of pandemic strain. We enjoyed not needing to wear masks for the most part. We were able to fully engage in our interests, whether it be learning, competing, acting, singing, hanging with friends. Life felt good, getting back to a new normal. But we all realize the world has changed. What we have been through will stay with us forever. Shared experience, be them joyful like a memorable family vacation or a super fun night out with friends, or ordeals like a global pandemic, become part of us. They become what we are today. As hard as it was when we were in the middle of it, we made it through. It is something we will think back on and comment on how surreal it was, yet we got through it together. These are memories that we will carry. We will draw on them when things get tough in our lives and learn from them when we face hardships again. I would like to leave you with one last lesson. A lesson that I heard about just recently. It's not my own, but one that is so meaningful and powerful, I wanted to share it with you. The lesson started with the teacher asking their students if anyone wanted $20. Everyone raised their hand. The teacher then crumpled up the $20 bill, and he said, "Now who would like the $20? Everybody raised their hand again. The teacher then threw the $20 bill on the floor, and he stomped all over it. He said, "Now who would like the $20? Everyone still raised their hand. Our lives are like the $20 bill. No matter what happens to us, we still have value. Class of 2023, I believe in you. I know you can leave here tonight and make change, create a better world, make a good life for you and those you love. Thank you for all that you have given us. Good luck and congratulations. We are all proud of you."
Thank you, Mr. DeBalsi. It is my honor to introduce Bebhinn Knudsen as the class of 2023 Salutatorian. I spent a few minutes with Bebhinn yesterday and have heard from those who know her well. I left our conversation impressed by Bebhinn's thoughtfulness. She presented as someone who, while very accomplished in so many ways, is humble and, in her words, quote, "does not value her opinion over others." This ability to be reflective has served Bebhinn well in our school. She does not assume that her experience is a universal one and recognized that as we talked. I think that our conversation was difficult for her as I sought to provide her opportunities to talk about herself, and she fully understands the unique nature of her learning journey. I was struck by the range of activities that Bebhinn participated in during her time at Hartford High School. These included pursuit of her performing arts passions and participation on some athletic teams. She also is a member of Northern Stage and has performed with them while being a leading scholar in our school. Bebhinn is as interested in science as she is theater, and this can be seen in her unique choice of a double major, cognitive science and theater. She looks forward to bringing these two seemingly different disciplines of study together. When I commented on how unique this was, she let me know that she's met others who are doing the same. I have no doubt that Bebhinn will find a way to elevate those around her while she works hard with humility. In her letter of recommendation, Bebhinn's school counselor, Ms. Allen, wrote about all that Bebhinn did to give back to her community. In addition to volunteering at summer camps, Bebhinn has brought her musical interests to the Regional Resource Center, where twice a week she taught a music curriculum and engaged students in both singing and dancing. Please join me in welcoming the class of 2023 Salutatorian, Bebhinn Knudsen.
Thank you, Mr. Fogg, for that thoughtful introduction. Salutatorians. Everybody knows they love homework. So it is entirely fitting that their reward is one last extra homework assignment, this speech. And what does every clever student do? Get someone else to do their homework. Don't worry, I don't spend my time in high school years paying off my classmates to do my work, but I did ask some of them to help me write this speech. I didn't want to spend a lot of time tonight sharing my own high school experiences, so I asked some of my fellow graduates to share some of their reflections as well. I thought I would start with an easy request from my classmates. Mistakes. Which ones did you make during high school? In my case, after a long day of rehearsal in the autumn of my junior year, I backed my car into a light post. The back wheels of the car were lifted fully over the curb. I didn't know how I did it. You would think that I would have noticed the giant glowing pole growing exponentially closer before I reached the curb, but unfortunately, I was not so vigilant. Luckily, this mistake didn't lead to any damage in the light post or my family's minivan. that frankly was already so covered in dents and scratches that my parents wouldn't have noticed. Still, getting out of the driver's seat and creeping towards the trunk to assess the damage was one of the most terrifying moments of my life. We all make mistakes in high school. When I asked my peers about this, one of you said that you wished you had branched out and experienced new groups of people. Another regretted holding grudges and dwelling on the past. Several of you said that you messed up in the work ethic department or procrastinated too much. Another one of you said that you regretted pranking Mr. Dixon by getting the whole class to knock on his door. He wasn't happy, I presume. You said that you learned that teachers truly care about their jobs, take pride in their work, and should be respected. Several of you said that you wished you hadn't let the perception of others define you. You stayed in your shell too long, but now you've recognized how this has held you back, and you can set yourself free from that burden. Whether it's a wayward prank, procrastinating a final essay, or dating in high school, we all made a multitude of mistakes that taught us valuable lessons. When we squirm from regret or embarrassment of these uncomfortable memories, we can take solace in the fact that every single one of us has experienced similar events. From these misguided steps, we all grew into the people we are today. I also asked my classmates to share with me a joyous memory from our time at HHS. Almost every single one of you said that your memory was joyous because it was one you shared with others. And it's true. Our class has shared some great moments together over these past 4 years. The bus rides during sports season, when everyone and their equipment was packed in like hot, sweaty sardines, and you didn't care because you were joking with your teammates the whole ride. Or getting ice cream at 4U after school dances, concerts, or exhibition night, and eating it on the swings together. Or daily screeching at the top of your lungs with Mr. Bravancha. One of you mentioned that you will always remember when Mr. Dixon said he wouldn't change a thing about your competition speech. Another recalled when your best friends ran up to congratulate you after the opening night of the musical. And a third said that the way you would connect with others on a psychic level when you were completely in sync passing the ball was one of your favorite memories. Also, nights when you would sit around a fire talking and playing games for hours. These were all critical moments of our high school experience. But when reading your responses, one stopped me in my tracks. One of you said your greatest mistake in high school was not branching out more to make new friends, because life can feel so lonely when you don't give those around you a chance to make it worthwhile. Imagine what it would be like to graduate all alone. To walk up this ramp and receive a diploma in an empty gym wouldn't feel like a triumph at all. Luckily, what we have here today is incredibly special. All 120 of us are gathered here today because we've all accomplished the same incredible thing. The biggest mistake we can make tonight is not appreciating this moment together. Let's celebrate the fact that we have each other to recognize our collective accomplishment. In their responses, many students emphasized the importance of their teachers in their high school experience. The teachers here are truly amazing for the effort, thought, and dedication they put into our education. I want to acknowledge how they come in early and stay late to make sure we fully understand every concept and to assist us in completing every project. What they do is truly remarkable. When I hit that light post, I was terrified. But in the end, it was a memory made and a lesson learned. And now I'm extra vigilant when backing out of parking spaces. With every mistake we made in high school, we grew. Today, we are starting the next chapter of our lives. Let's use this opportunity to start anew and bring with us everything we have learned from our many high school mistakes. Let's break out of our comfort zones and continue our education by learning from our experiences every day. Congratulations, class of 2023. We stumbled, bumbled, fumbled, tumbled, and crumbled, but we made it through all the better for it. We did it together.
Thank you, Bebhinn. I am pleased to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2023, Cecilia Wendling. Cece was described by Mr. Anton as a truly independent and free spirit, and he shared that while in Morocco, she kept an eye out for the well-being of everyone in the group. During my conversation with Cecilia, she spoke about the Morocco trip as one of the highlights of her high school career, and specifically that the trip provided an opportunity for her to deeply know peers that she had not interacted much with until then. This desire to get to know others is one of the reasons she shared for her decision to go to McGill University in the fall. One of the other reasons she chose McGill is her interest in being in a place where she can use French. I had heard about Cece's experiences as a French learner and was able to confirm her unique path to Hartford High School's AP French class. While I am not assuming that my comments during new student orientation during her 9th grade year had anything to do with her path to French, she embodies the student who embraced charting her own path. Cecilia decided that she wanted to learn French in addition to Spanish that she was already taking at Hartford. She used Duolingo, a free app, she tells me, in her initial foray into French. She followed that by taking French courses at the University of Vermont and the University of Wisconsin. Finally, her first Hartford High School French course was AP French, which she took in addition to AP Spanish and sat for both tests. Cecilia's significant commitment to her studies was enhanced by her leadership role in Hartford's Environmental Club. As I spoke with her yesterday, she indicated that the club and its expanded role in our school was one of the things to which she is most proud. I am thrilled to introduce Cecilia Wendling, the class of 2023 valedictorian.
Thank you, Mr. Fogg, and hello, Hartford community. I am honored to be able to speak to you all tonight. Yesterday, as I watched the light filter in through the window of our English classroom, the squeak of sneakers coming down the hall drowned out the clacking of my keyboard. I felt the ever-enthusiastic energy of Mr. D before I saw him enter the room and set something on the table in front of me. It was me, wearing a chaotically patterned pink shirt with my hair in a very messy ponytail. It was a photo from 2nd grade that his wife, my 2nd grade teacher, had saved to give me upon graduation, as I hear she did for many other Heartland kids. This small act left me feeling overwhelmed with gratitude for the relationships that I've developed and maintained with the amazing people in our community. Through seeing these people at cross-country meets or musical theater events around the community, I have been able to stay close with them. At this moment, I realized the power of small towns. To show my appreciation for our small community, tonight I would like to speak on what I have learned from my family, my teachers, and the amazing people with whom I am graduating tonight. Growing up in the sheltered town of Hartland, Vermont, life was pretty quiet. The most exciting events were when the hot air balloons rising high over the hills from Queechee slowly lowered into our field, peppered with neat stacks of hay bales. I would run down the road with pebbles digging into my bare feet, ecstatic over something, anything, to be happening in the quiet, rural area in which I lived. I came to Hartford as an excited freshman, ready to meet new people, but I found that my excitement over expanding my network of friends was overridden by shyness. As my years in high school flew by with unwitting rapidity, I wasn't able to overcome this hesitancy until spending 10 days in Morocco with a group of fellow seniors. I remember the conversations we had and the games we played, all which brought us closer. We would line up a row of spoons and create a synchronous rhythm with our cards, punctuated only by the frequent outbursts as one person reached for a spoon and the rest followed, playing by the pool or late into the night at our hotel. As we bonded over this and our shared incredulity and exhaustion over our group sickness and the surreal feeling of the whole experience, I realized that while my small town could feel suffocating at times, it could also be a catalyst for making connections, just as the small community we formed on the Morocco trip was for me. This opportunity, like many others at Hartford, has been fought for and encouraged by the amazing teachers from whom we have learned so much. We have learned from their kindness when they open their doors to us during their duty-free lunch. We have learned from their flexibility and relentless work ethic, despite being très occupés en ce moment. And lastly, we have learned from their seemingly endless passion and love of their jobs, which has inspired me to discover the subjects that truly interest me, not simply the ones that are convenient. I have witnessed this passion in my family as well, as my father plants an ambitiously large garden each year and revels in his time spent there. In the garden as a kid, hearing the sounds of Brian O'Donovan's Celtic Sojourn carry along the wind from where my dad's iPad was overheating in the late August sun, I would find comfort in the companionable silence between my dad and me, who has taught me the importance of never throwing anything out. You never know when it might come in handy, which is a philosophy I hope to employ as I remember all the friends that I have made and the lessons that I have learned here at Hartford. Every time I taste one of my mom's delicious baked goods, I remember all the time spent waiting as a kid. Waiting for her as she grabs ingredients from the store, or waiting for her to pick us up because she was chatting. This has taught me how to be patient, because she is only ever late when she's helping people. And lastly, ever since the opening day of our backyard restaurant, affectionately named the Junk Lodge, my siblings have been teaching me to be creative and to have fun even when there are limited options, such as there are in Heartland, Vermont. I am happy to say that as my appreciation for our small, beautiful town has grown, so has my appreciation for the amazingly talented, kind, and smart individuals who make up Hartford's 2023 graduating class. And as I stand here at the culmination of my high school career, surrounded by faces I recognize from preschool and by those I just met, I am incredibly proud to be part of Hartford's 2023 graduating class. And to end with a joke, what did the tortilla say at graduation? That's a wrap. Thank you.
Thank you, Cecilia. This time, I am pleased to introduce the president of the class of 2023, Ava Thorburn. Ava has led this class as its president for the past 3 years and spoke with me yesterday about how much this role has shaped her. Ava described herself as a people person, and as I've thought about that comment, I've considered just how important that trait is in leading a class through such trying times. I asked Ms. Johnson to share her experiences that she's had with Ava, and she said that Ava is upbeat with an enthusiastic personality. Additionally, Ms. Johnson stated that Ava relates to so many people and treats all whom she meets equally with genuine kindness. I think that's what Ava is talking about when she says she's a people person. I left my conversation with Ava with a deep sense that she has embraced the role of a leader in our community. She spoke of enjoying working with Hartford's young children. Ava also indicated that she's thoroughly enjoyed her time at Hartford High School and reflected on, while she recognized with me, that she knows this is not necessarily shared by all. She has sought to share her love of this school and our community with as many as she could. I left my conversation with Ava believing she was the right president for this class, that she provided the class with what it needed in a tumultuous time. After sharing a few words with the class, Ava will present Hartford's symbolic key to the president of the class of 2024, Zachary Johnson. Please welcome Ava Thorburn, the president of the class of 2023.
Perfect, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Fogg. Good evening to everyone here, everyone in the auditorium, and everyone at home. When I started writing this speech, I did 3 things. The first one was I panicked a little bit. The second thing I did was I Googled what made a good graduation speech. And the third thing I did was I sat down with my dad and I asked him what I should write about. And he said, "Ava, I have no idea what you should say, but just don't mess it up." He did use some harsher language, though, if you know what I mean. Let me tell you, my Google search was wildly unsuccessful. Google told me to just relax and open with a joke, so I hope you guys laughed a little bit. Other than Google and my dad's advice, I had nothing to start with. So I figured I would start with some thank yous. I feel like they always go unsaid. So thank you to Mr. Fogg, Mr. Marino, and Mr. Gardner. Thank you to Heather Hansen and Robin Martin. I think this school would fall apart without you guys around. Thank you to Rita Burnett and Lauren Parker for always keeping the counselors on top of our paperwork. Thank you to Frankie Thatcher, Miss Allen, and Mr. Sanchez for putting up with us for 3 years. Now I have some personal thank yous I would like to say before I get to the most important one. Thank you to Miss Johnson for always being there when I needed, whether it was to talk me off a stress ledge about college or to get on me about taking more of her classes. Fun fact about Miss Johnson is that I would not be standing up here today without her. She was very persistent on getting me into student council. Thank you to Miss Pfeiffer for allowing me to live in her classroom for the past 2 years. She is truly the best person. Anyone who knows her knows what I mean when I say that. I would not be who I am today without her. Literally. That woman has been my teacher since the 3rd grade. She came with us to the middle school, and here she is at the high school with us too. Thank you to Miss Garrow and Izzy Provancha for putting up with the student council for the last 4 years. I would say they did it both equally, but we all know Garrow was doing the heavy lifting. The next thank you I think is the most important thank you. To my family, thank you for the endless time spent at the dining room table laughing over crazy things. Thank you, Mom, for reading over and rewriting a lot of my high school essays. Trust me, I will still need you to do that in college. Thank you, Dad, for always coming when I called. Most of the time, it was to ask him to bring me the lunch I had left on the kitchen counter, but regardless, he always came. I love you guys, and I wouldn't be here without you. Our family is what got us here today. To all the guardians out there, thank you for getting us to school every day, and thank you for pushing us to be the very best version of ourselves. It doesn't go unnoticed. When I began to write this speech, I was thinking about not talking about COVID. We've heard about it in pretty much every way possible since 2020, but I can't not talk about it. COVID put a big spin on our high school experience. We've only had one normal year of high school, and it was our senior year. Freshman year, we went for only half a year and then did school from home. Sophomore year, we didn't see half of our classmates for the whole year because of red and blue days. Junior year, games, concerts, and musicals were all being canceled and postponed because of COVID. Junior year, we were still being quarantined and still had to wear masks. But our senior year was normal. We had consecutive sports games with student sections, a non-mask musical, and concert grand. It was finally normal. Hopefully that was the last time you have to hear anyone mention COVID, but probably not. Earlier this year, I took a poetry class with Miss Garrow, and I wrote something I never read in that class to anyone because I was saving it for today. So I'm going to read it for you, and then I will be done talking, I promise. The title of this poem is Graduation. We grew up with 2023 engraved in our minds, a reminder of our innocence, a countdown of our childhood. When I was 5, I wished to be 10 because 10 is double digits. And my mom told me, don't wish time away. When I was 13, I wished to be 18 to finally be an adult. And again, my mom told me, don't wish time away. Now, at 18, I wish to be 13, wishing to be 10, wishing to be 5. Remembering what my mom said, don't wish time away. I wish my biggest worry was a spelling test on Friday. I wish a small kiss meant so much. I wish to be carefree, I wish. As we flick to the next chapter, we can reminisce on our childhood and wish for it back, but the truth of it is, we all wish time away. When we drive off this campus today with our diplomas in hand, remind yourself to not wish time away. So, to the class of 2023, wherever your path may take you, I wish you the best of luck. Congratulations, we did it. Now I would like to introduce the class president of the class of 2024, Zach Johnson. I'm handing Zach this giant symbolic key to the school. Good luck to you, Zach, and the rest of the class of 2024. I won't give you a hug. Good luck.
Thank you, Ava, and congratulations to the class of 2023. We look forward to carrying on your legacy in the next year, and good luck with any future endeavors. Thank you.
This time, that which remains will be performed by the Hartford High School Chamber Choir and all seniors from choir, and will be directed by Ms. Andrea Nardone. At this time, we ask all seniors in choir to join the chamber choir up here. Thank you. Now I ask the class of 2023 to please stand. It is a custom at Hartford High School's commencement ceremonies for the graduates to show their appreciation to all those who have supported them over the years, particularly their parents, guardians, and family members. The class will now extend a round of applause as a gesture of thanks. You will notice in our program the Hartford High School Band was scheduled to perform Halcyon Hearts at this time. As a result of the change of graduation venue, the band will not be able to perform that song. We will now recognize a number of students with the School Directors Awards. To qualify for this prestigious honor, a student must have a 3.67 cumulative grade point average, which is the equivalent of an A or better. These students will receive a High Scholars Medal, which will be in the envelope students pick up after this ceremony. Kevin Christie, our School Board of Directors Chair, will read these students' names, and they're asked to stand and please remain standing until the last name is called. Please hold your applause until all names have been called. Thank you.
Do it this way. It's easier. Welcome, graduates. It's a great day in the neighborhood, for sure. We're proud of you all, very, very much so. The winners today, I'll start, they're alphabetically, of course. Joseph Barwood, Emma Beggs, Joseph Beggs, Bella Borey, Riley Burnham, John Cassell, Hunter Colson, Larissa Davis, Jacob DeFelice, Maggie Dumont, Gavin Farnsworth, Blaine Gower, Sylvia Hale, Adriana Hine, Alexander Johnson, Bebhinn Knudsen, Megan Lang, Nora Lyons, Meg McGlowery, Avery Musenthal, Isabella Murphy, Alexandra Owens, Anthem Phillips, Alice Piper, Noel Rubsman, Rory Salznon, Salenzo. That 1 out of 30 wasn't too bad. Jalen Smith, Connor Tierney, Nikki Sunakis, Cecilia Wendling, and Everett Winslow. Congratulations.
Congratulations. At this time, I want to introduce our Honors Program Coordinator, Ms. Doug Anton, who will share the Honors Program criteria. Mr. Anton will introduce School Board Member Russell North.
Good evening. At this time, I would like to ask that all 13 seniors who have successfully completed the honors program requirements to come forward and line up in front of the stage. To be eligible for honors program recognition at graduation, these students have met the following requirements. First, they have earned at least 15 advanced level credits over their 4 years, all while maintaining a 3.25 GPA or higher. They've taken at least 2 advanced placement or college level courses. They've attended 2 lectures each year, attended yearly skills workshops and guest speakers, committed to at least 100 hours, and in several cases, several hundred hours of community service, and of course, proposed, researched, completed, and presented their senior capstone. Symbolic of these scholarly achievements, honors program students are wearing their red and black hoods. Tonight, they will receive an honors program plaque as well as an honors diploma. At this time, School Board Member Russell North will read their names, their capstone titles, and their college of attendance in recognition of these students' impressive achievements. As your name is read, please come forward to receive your honors program plaque.
It is an honor and a privilege to be able to read these names. First, and these are not in alphabetical order, Alexandra Owens, whose capstone is titled Journalism and Propaganda, Bringing Intellectual Diversity to Small Towns. Alexandra will be attending the University of Toronto. The next is Anthem Phillip, whose capstone is titled Pediatric Health in Vermont's Community Ease. Anthem will be attending Simmons University. The next recipient is Bebhinn Knudsen, whose capstone is titled Connecting Through Music. Bebhinn will be attending Yale University. Next recipient is Bella Boeri, whose capstone is titled Adopt a Grandparent Continuation. Bella will be attending Chapman University. Okay, now we have two co-capstone creators, Cecilia Wendling and Sylvia Hale, whose co-created capstone is titled Exploring the Development of Culinary Traditions Around the World. Cecilia will be attending McGill University, and Sylvia will be attending Quinnipiac University. Our next student is John Castle, whose capstone is titled Advancement and Accessibility of 3D Manufacturing in the Upper Valley. John will be attending Worcester Polytechnic Institute. Next student is Lex Johnson, whose capstone is titled Writing Mods for Minecraft. Lex will be attending Worcester Polytechnic Institute. Maggie Dumont, whose capstone is titled Understanding Infamous Military Campaigns. Maggie will be attending Colby Sawyer College. Meg McLary, whose capstone is titled A New Approach to Sustainable Eating. Meg will be attending Carleton College. Megan Lang, whose capstone is titled Spreading Awareness of Sexual Harassment at Hartford High School. Megan will be attending Lehigh University. Nora Lyons, whose capstone is titled Hope Happens Here Continuation. Nora will be attending the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. And finally, we have Riley Burnham, whose capstone is titled Connecting to Our Roots from Seed to Table. Riley will be attending St. Michael's College.
Thank you. Our School Board of Directors Chair, Mr. Kevin Christie, will now present the 2023 Philip Dutrumbull Outstanding Honors Program Student Award.
the Phil Dutrumbull Outstanding Honors Program Student Award 2023. The Honors Program was created by former high school principal Phil Dutrumbull to further challenge students at Hartford High School, to recognize Mr. Dutrumbull's long-standing devotion to Hartford High School and to the achievement of academic excellence. The school board has created an annual award to the Honors Program senior who most exemplifies the qualities of a scholar. This year's award goes to Rayleigh Burnham. For her outstanding contributions to the ideals of the Honors Program, and particularly her capstone work, entitled Connecting to Our Roots from Seed to Table. Rayleigh began the capstone process as a quest to combine her love for cooking with her passion for gardening. Over the next year, Rayleigh toiled diligently in the soil, kitchen, and at the keyboard, documenting her work. Along the way, there were numerous lessons learned, recipe edits, and of course, taste tests. The final results is a 56-page manifesto of gardening, preserving and cooking, complete with color photos taken by Rayleigh herself. Rayleigh's book goes into incredible detail to provide advice on everything from solutions to keeping the garden pests to atmospheric steam canning methods to making the best apple pie you've ever eaten. The capstone committee was blown away by Rayleigh's depth of knowledge, attention to detail, and exceptional amount of time and effort she put into the project. Overall, her capstone was incredibly impressive, and this award is very well deserved. Congratulations. There is your gift. Be careful, it's heavy.
At this time, it is my honor to attest to the Board of Directors that the students before you, known as the Class of 2023, have met the requirements for graduation set by the state of Vermont and by you, the Board of Directors, as required by state statute and district policy. I also affirm that they are qualified to receive the school diploma or certificates of completion that you are about to confer. Tonight, we have 120 graduates to present to you. All are eager to take what they have learned at Hartford and share it and themselves with the world beyond this valley. The class of 2023 has thrived under demanding conditions. They have challenged themselves throughout their high school career and have proven themselves more than capable of handling all our world could throw at them. Mr. Christie, it is now my distinct pleasure to present to you members of the class of 2023. I would ask that our guests please withhold their applause until all diplomas have been bestowed upon the graduates. I would now ask the class officers and representatives to come forward and pause so that we can remove the lectern to receive their diplomas first, to be followed by the remaining members of the class. Mr. Christie will be assisted tonight by board members Mr. Russell North and Ms. Nancy Russell.
Ava Thorburn. Jalen Alexis Smith. Alice Piper. Bella Boeri. Nora Lyons. Gavin Farnsworth. Jacob C. DeFelice. Mallory Bridget Martell. Megan Elizabeth Lang. Anthem Rainey Phillip. Bebhinn Knudsen. John Whittemore Castle. Connor Tierney. Joseph Barwood. Sydney Addison Stillman. Kaylee Charisma Scott. Nikki. Monty Hood. Cecilia Wendling. Sylvia Hale. AJ Aldrich. Nolan McMahon. Trenton Bird. Nolan Morse. Ian Richard Murphy. Austin DeFelice. Meg Evans McLaury. Riley Burnham. Lex Johnson. Jacob Helms. Emma Teresa Beggs. Justin Robinson. Ethan Jacobson. Joseph Robert Beggs. Maggie Dumont. Avery Mosenthal. Arlene Colado. Lane Lauren Roberts. Daisy B. Savannah Bragg. Larissa Jean Davis. Sophia Chloe Ofsted. Laura Belmont. Rocco Clough. Maya Nicole Stevens. Jersey Ballou. Austin Gilbo. Danny Mello. Riley Radiconi. Nidra Dwinell. Noelle Dawn. Alexandra Owens. Parrish Gelhar Pact. Christopher Newcity. Jennifer Taylor Worth. Sierra Bellavance. Isabella Murphy. Marina Grassi. Blaine Gore. Gavin Provost. Sean Kelleher. Brody Dillon. Emmett McReynolds. Cole Lucas. Nick Jasmine. Shane Jenks. Fritz Punget. Hunter Colson. Derek Dickinson. Mariah Barrett. Everett Winslow. Sawyer Albrecht. Cassie Rose Johnson. Linda Brolt. William Burns. Blake Sarazin. Finn Walther. Nicholas LaRose. Katie Sykes. Ava Rose. Paul Schiffer. Keaton E. Maddox. Sophia Trombley. Sophia Assis. Ariana Hine. Benjamin Reed. Kyle Tuckerman. Daniel Hunter. Jacqueline LaFountain. Haley Jean LaBelle. You got it? Jolie Rose Hawk. Ashlyn May Hamill. Eli Weintraub. Jaleel C. Smith. Chris Bennett. Jacob J. Carbino. Sky Webb. Haley Rogers. Nakaya Ray Savage. Thomas Hazen. Nick De La Crezia. Liam Blish. Michael Sarlo. Shalasia Brown. Cam Tucker. Brock Bucelato. Gabriel Ross. Drake Richardson. Isis Marie Savage. Isabel May Fernandez. Rory Elizabeth Salzano. We would like to acknowledge the following students who are also members of the class of 2023 who could not be with us tonight. Ahadi Hall. Gwendolyn Jenkins. Rylan LaFoe. Nora Peeler. Alexander Speckert Ring. Gael Remble.
Well, congratulations. To the class of 2023, on behalf of the Board of Directors, the administration, faculty, parents, and guests, I congratulate you on your accomplishment represented by your graduation from high school. Tonight's achievement would represent a strong commitment on your part under normal circumstances. You do not graduate under normal circumstances. Your learning journey has seen you sent away from school the last months of your 9th grade year. You were scheduled to attend school on an every other day basis during your 10th grade year. You wore masks most of your 11th grade year, and yet you persevered. While I know that this was possible by your efforts, there were many others who supported you along the way. Take a little time over the next few days or weeks to thank those in your life who partnered with you to make tonight a reality. I want to leave you with one last message, and I promise I will keep it short. Hartford has been your community. This has been the place to nurture, support, and partner with you as you dreamed of today and the many tomorrows to follow. You will always be welcome here. When you received your diploma cover tonight, you also received a pencil. It's the first time I've given a gift to every graduate. This symbol was given to you in hopes that it will remind you of tonight. In my mind, I envision that this simple piece of unsharpened wood will leave with you tonight and likely get lost in your life. Maybe it ends up on the floor of your car, or packed away with other important stuff, or hidden away in that drawer we all have for the things that we really don't know what to do with. In my mind, I can see you finding this pencil later. Some of you may find it many times throughout your life. each time it shows up, I'm hoping that it will remind you of tonight, and for some, this simple message. A pencil is perhaps the perfect analogous tool for our life. The pencil you receive tonight in its current state is only potential. While it can be used to drum or as a fidget, it cannot be used for its intended purpose. This pencil reminds us of our potential and that we need to periodically take the time to sharpen ourselves. It shows that time and usage will inevitably dull us, and yet we have within us the ability to become sharp once again. A pencil comes complete with an eraser. In our lives, we need to be prepared to admit and deal with our mistakes and move on. By comparison, you'll notice that the eraser is much smaller than the lead area of the pencil. This is purposeful. In our lives, we'll make far more positive marks than those that will need to be erased, even though it will not feel like it sometimes. Most importantly, the pencil is there to remind you about the 24 hours we each have in our day. You will, whether you're doing so purposefully or not, be writing your story each day of your life. If you've not thought or heard a word I've said thus far, please listen when I share that in the entire world, the entirety of humanity, there is only one person who can write your story. I know this sounds cliche, and like so many cliches, it is absolute truth. We need you to be a story writer. The fabric of our world and our deep connectedness require you to contribute your story. Each of us will have difficult chapters, words that hurt us when we put them on our figurative page. There will be times when we would prefer to stop writing, to snap the pencil and walk away. And there will be times when your words gush from you and you cannot keep up with them. All of this is part of your unique story. Please share this story completely with us. We need each of your stories for any of us to be whole. I have witnessed from this class greatness, resiliency, hardship, frustration, leadership, agony, and elation during your 4 years at Hartford High School. This has been the reality of the days we have shared. As you move from Hartford High School tonight, make the most of your time and share your story with all you come in contact with. Will President Thorburn please lead the class in changing their tassels from left to right? And congratulations to the class of 2023. You are now Hartford High School graduates, and on behalf of the thousands of alumni who've come before you, I say welcome. Our graduates will be coming back into the gym lobby to get their actual diplomas. So they'll be coming back not into the gym, but the lobby area where they will see their counselor to get their diplomas.